Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back. This is Philly Pre, and I'm back again with another K-drama review. Um, I just finished. It might have been a day or so ago. I didn't get the review out right away like I wanted to, but I just finished When My Love Blooms, and it's 16 episodes. It's on Viki, and let's just kind of get right into it. So, it was like a lot of this was definitely a flashback drama. So, flashback drama is you start, you either start in the present and you flash instantly back to like the past, or you start in the past and you go forward. But it's a lot of back and forth between the two as they tell the story between what happened and what's going on now, so you can get an understanding. Sometimes it's too much flashback. Oh, I look so shiny. Sometimes it's a little too much flashback. And I'm just like, okay, this y'all giving me too, like, find a better way. Like, it's just y'all flashing back so much that I'm just not getting any like present stuff. But this one, it definitely was a lot of flashback. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't. It definitely was. But I feel like it wasn't too bad. So I give it moderate for, the flashbacks. There were a couple episodes where I was just like, okay, I get it. But overall, it was moderate. They didn't, they did okay with it. So it's about, young couple, they meet and fall in love. They got some like adversity. He's like one of those people, which is, it's funny now because he was like a protester for, people who, didn't have, a voice or whatever. So with the times that we're in right now, it was kind of ironic me watching a drama that was like centered around like protests and stuff like that. So she falls for him. He ignores her in the beginning, then they kind of fall for each other. But, they face adversity in the sense of mostly her father, who was horrible. But it tells their love story. So, they lose, long story short, they lose touch. They find each other 20 years later by coincidence. And like sheer coincidence. And it was really weird how the writers like made that happen. I thought it was a good storyline the way they, helped them find each other. And it was basically because they both had sons, and their sons were like rivals and couldn't, one hated one more than the other at this real prestigious school. And that's how they met. They had kind of had some interaction prior to that, but they didn't realize that they did. And so yeah, it was just really nice how they brought that back home as far as with them meeting later in life. But overall, I'm just going to get into the drama as just like what I thought about it, because I'm trying to get better with not giving so much of a synopsis, or like saying what the drama was about, because I'm thinking most people are either watching this review because you already watched the drama and you're just looking for like what other people thought about it, or you're considering watching it but you don't want too many spoilers either. So I'm trying to find a balance here, because sometimes I just get so off track, like now. So any event, get back. One thing I loved about the female lead, her character in this drama, she was weak yet strong. She wasn't a complete damsel in distress. She had a little gumption to her. She stood up for herself when she needed to. It doesn't mean she didn't have no moments where she crumpled and, fell, and, she didn't feel the weight of everything she was dealing with and everything that was put on her and stuff like that. That's just human nature. But I will say she wasn't like a woe is me complete character, which is nice, because sometimes, I get it, we could be weak, but sometimes we got a little gumption to us too. And she had that. There were some particular scenes where I felt like she really showed that, like when the rich moms, came for her. Oh, she came back. When this one rich woman, who ended up being her long lost first love's wife, came for her at like this event, she gave it right back. She believed give and take. You dishing it out, I can't dish it back exactly the way you did it, but I'm not going to just let you say and do whatever. And I really, really loved that about her character. The guy that she fell in love, that her first love that she was in love with, I liked his character. He definitely, played the role well. There were sometimes I felt like he was a little oblivious to what she was dealing with, because he also had his own stuff going on. And I was just like, but the one thing was there was this friend, mutual friend that they both had, who one day just let him know, like, yo, dude, like, if you're going to be there for her and you, whatever, do it. Because she over here suffering and, like, do you get it? So he need to be checked at least once, which I thought it was nice of the friend that checked him. But I also didn't really care for the friend's character that much. Because, like, dude, you was kind of a douche in the beginning. Like, you know, you liked her. So you did some things that wasn't so nice because you liked her. And you felt as though, I guess, you would be the better one for her. But she didn't like you. We always find that in drama. It's like, why don't y'all get it? If the person don't like you, move on. Especially if you see they like somebody else or they like a friend. They already made their choice. Like, you hanging around and doing little conniving things or little underhanded things ain't going to make them like you. Ain't going to bring them over to your side. I doubt it. But anyway. So, you know, overall, I like that aspect of the drama. I liked her fighting spirit even when the odds were always stacked against her, because it definitely was majority of the drama. I liked her son. I love the role that her son played. He did really well in his role. His son was a prick, like his mother. Couldn't stand him. But I also understood he was the way he was, partly because of his mother and his grandfather. And her husband, the main character, the main lead, female leads, her husband, oh, he was just, like, y'all already divorced, dude. Move on. I ain't even want to talk about his mother. His mother, which would have been her mother-in-law, had like 3 scenes maybe, but she was evil in every scene, like the epitome of just evil in the 2 minutes that she was on camera. So that, you know, there's her. But overall, I felt like the drama, you know, it wasn't a fast-paced drama. It definitely had a slower feel to it. And with that slower feel, you know, you would get some moments where you're like, do I stick this out? I had a few, but it was how can I put it? It was a good filler drama for me, because of course, I'm watching 50 million things at one time. So if I'm like caught up on other stuff, this was nice to like have something that wasn't super fast where I was like, gotta watch it. But also like, oh, that's right. Hey, I'm done with my other stuff, but I do got something else to watch. And so I like that about it. Yeah, so I'm like, what else? The ending. Okay, so his father-in-law, the main lead's father-in-law, was the devil. So you know I'm a stickler. If you've watched my reviews before, I'm a stickler about my endings. The ending, I thought, made sense. And I loved how even to the very end, the female lead, because I can't think of her, Jisoo, there I go, Jisoo. Jisoo's character, I loved how to the very end, she didn't just do what other people, especially people of power, expected her or wanted her to do. And there was a scene at the end with her first love's soon-to-be ex-wife, where to the end, she's like, no. And I was just like, yes. So the ending itself, I thought the writers did well. They wrapped, I felt like pretty much everything that I wanted to be tied up, no loose ends, like everything was pretty smooth. They did a good job tying everything up, and it was a fairly good ending. Like, I can't say, oh, it, you know, it had some slow moments, it was this, and then the ending just sucked. I can't say that. I was okay with the ending. I was okay with how everything ended. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up. This is When My Love Blooms on Viki, 16 episodes. They're hour-long episodes. Some may have went over a few minutes over an hour. Definitely a like flashback drama, love story, you know, with a lot of pain and anguish, but some good moments too. And it was good. It wasn't like one of those dramas where I'm like, oh my God, yes. Where I'm like super, super excited about it. But it was a good drama. So I'm going to give it 3 stars. Because for me, 3 is good. At first I was like, do I give it 4? Because I was kind of okay with the ending. I liked how they wrapped things up. But I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm going to leave it at 3. Even with the good ending, you know, I felt like 3 is good. So it gets 3 stars, which is good. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you watched this drama, comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. You know, I'm all about creating a dialogue in the comments and seeing what you guys thought. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Smash that subscribe button and keep coming back. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is Philly Pre saying until next time. Bye.